Hey, garden family. Today's message is a little bit different, but it's still about growth. And it's about fighting for your harvest. You see, in gardening, we expect our seeds to grow healthy. And when we give them the right soil, water, sunlight, and environment they need, we expect them to grow. But what happens when one of our best seeds, one that we poured into and showed signs of disease or something hidden underground or in the environment that we didn't intend for it to have? What do we do when we see something attacking it and we feel helpless? So right now, one of my greatest seeds, my grown son, is going through a serious health battle. A couple of weeks ago, we sat with his doctors reviewing a biopsy, a CT scan, MRI results, and they found a large tumor under his 7th rib, and it has attached itself as it's aggressively growing to his lungs. Sorry about the noise outside the door right now, but hopefully this too shall pass. Now they say it looks benign. However, they won't know for sure and cannot tell us that it's 100% non-cancerous until they take it out, send it to pathology to test it. But here's the frustrating part. Right then and there, we were told by that oncologist that a panel of experts would be meeting that same day, and they would decide how to proceed, when to proceed. Is it going to be 2 surgeons in the room? And exactly where they're going to do it. That's what we were told before we left there. And she was supposed to call us back with the results of the panel meeting. Well, when she called us back the next day with the results of the panel meeting, she basically told us the same things that she had already told us in the doctor's appointment. So that was very, very frustrating. And of course, she apologized because she didn't have any more information to give us. However, just like in our garden, when we see pests and fungus creeping in our garden, that we can't just stand there and hope for the best. We have to act, and we have to act fast, especially if something is aggressively growing. Now, with that being said, my son is strong, independent man that's been trying to eat healthy. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he runs every day, he exercises, he tries to eat right, eat healthy. I don't know if you call right healthy or healthy right, but he tries to have more vegetables and a tad bit of meat in his diet, no sugar, and he's constantly trying to improve himself by putting all of his data into an AI and following exactly what it says to help himself eat things and drink things and ingest those things, minerals, supplements, etc., that's going to help him to fight cancerous cells that could be building up in his body. Now, as his mother, I'm caught between wanting to respect his independence and wanting to protect him, like I protect my garden when there's something trying to take it out. I'm sharing this today because I know I'm not the only one fighting for a harvest right now. Whether that's your literal garden, your family, your children, or your life. Sometimes we have to speak up, sometimes we have to step in, and sometimes we have to pray while we pulling those weeds. But I don't want to overstep my son. So mothers of grown children, adult children, please chime in. Please put down in the comments how to proceed. Yes, I'm a praying mother. Yes, I'm a praying and fasting mother because some things can only be delivered by praying and fasting. However, I do require feedback. I do require feedback from other mothers, fathers, guardians who have gone through some of these same things with their adult children. You don't want to overstep them. You want to acknowledge that they are doing good, with their own help by maybe trying to eat right or following up with the doctors. But when you see that the doctors are taking their sweet time and they could be doing more than what they're doing, at what point do you step in? If you're pushing your child to say, hey, call them back. hey, put this in writing so you'll have this in writing, and maybe they'll move faster. And they choose not to do those things, even though you know from wisdom that those things work. What do you do? My parents of adult children, what do you do? Because I'm like 2 seconds from writing this letter, because it has been 2 weeks now since we've heard anything, and yet you're telling us that it's aggressively growing and has attached itself to his lungs. I mean, I just don't know what to say on how imperative it is that they get on this. And I don't want to overstep my son. However, I want them to do what they need to do expeditiously. So, along with praying and fasting, I just want to hear what you think. Please, please. All prayers are wanted, needed, and appreciated. You believe in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Thank you. Thank you for your prayers in advance. Let me know. Now go have a great day.